From translation, Net New English Translation, this 210 day of the year today we are reading passages, Isaiah 5-8, Isaiah chapter 5, verses 1 to 30. Let me sing now for my beloved a song of my lover about his vineyard. My beloved had a vineyard on a fertile hillside. He dug it out and removed its stones, and he planted it with choice vines. He built a watchtower in the middle of it and constructed a winepress. He waited for it to produce edible grapes, but it produced sour ones instead. So now, residents of Jerusalem, people of Judah, judge between me and my vineyard. What more could I have done for my vineyard that I did not do? When I waited for it to produce edible grapes, why did it produce sour ones instead? Now I will inform you what I am about to do to my vineyard. I will remove its hedge, and it will be consumed. I will break down its wall, and it will be trampled. I will make it a wasteland. It will not be pruned or hoed, but thorns and briars will grow up. I will issue a command against the clouds to send no rain on it. Indeed, Israel is the vineyard of the Lord who commands armies. The people of Judah are the cultivated place in which he took delight. He waited for justice, but look what he got, bloodshed. He waited for fairness, but look what he got, cries of distress. Those who accumulate houses are as good as dead. Those who also accumulate field after field, until there is no more room, and you are the only landowner remaining in the middle of the land. The Lord who commands armies told me this. Certainly many houses will be built, but they will be left standing empty. Large and beautiful houses will remain uninhabited. Indeed, 10 acres of vineyard will produce only one bath, and a homer of seed will produce only an ephah. Those who get up early to drink beer are as good as dead, who stay up late drinking wine until they are inflamed by it. At their banquets they have stringed instruments, harps, tambourines and flutes, and they drink wine, but they do not respect what the Lord has done. They do not consider his handiwork. Therefore my people go into exile because they lack knowledge. Their dignitaries are starving, and their masses are parched with thirst. Therefore Sheol has gotten ready to open its mouth wide, with wide open jaws to swallow up Jerusalem's nobles and crowds, the boasters and the proud. So the common man will be brought down, the great man will be humbled, and the arrogant will be humbled. But the Lord who commands armies is exalted by justice, and the holy God demonstrates his holiness by acting justly. Then the lambs will graze as if in their own pasture. Young goats will feed among the ruins of the rich. Those who pull sin along as if with ropes, who drag wickedness as if with cart ropes, who say, let him hurry, let him expedite his work, so we may see it. Let the plan of the Holy One of Israel take place, so we may know it. Those who call evil good and good evil are as good as dead, who turn darkness into light and light into darkness, who turn bitter into sweet and sweet into bitter. Those who are wise in their own sight are as good as dead, those who think they have understanding. Those who are heroes at drinking wine, and experts at mixing drinks, who acquit the guilty for a bribe, and deprive the innocent of justice. Therefore, just as fire licks up stubble, and dry grass collapses into the flames, so their root will rot, and their flower will blow away like dust. For they have rejected the law of the Lord who commands armies, they have spurned the message of the Holy One of Israel. Therefore the Lord's anger burns against his people, he raises his hand against them and strikes them. The mountains shake, and corpses lie like manure in the middle of the streets. Even after all this, his anger does not subside, and his hand is ready to strike again. He lifts a signal flag for a distant nation, he whistles for them from the ends of the earth. Look, quickly and swiftly they come. None of them are tired, none stumble, none nap or sleep. Their waistbands are not loose. Their sandal straps are not broken. Their arrows are sharpened, and all their bows are strung. The hooves of their horses are like flint, their chariot wheels are like a windstorm. Their roar is like a lioness, they roar like young lions, they growl and seize their prey, they drag it away and no one can come to the rescue. At that time they will growl over their prey, it will sound like sea thundering as they rush along. A person will look toward the land and see darkness and distress, thick clouds will turn black. Isaiah chapter 6, verses 1 to 13. In the year of King Uzziah's death, I saw the sovereign master seated on a high, elevated throne. The hem of his robe filled the temple. Seraphs stood over him. Each one had 6 wings. With 2 wings they covered their faces, with 2 they covered their feet, and with 2 they flew. One called out to another, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord who commands armies. His majestic splendor fills the entire earth. The sound of their voices shook the door frames, and the temple was filled with smoke. I said, too bad for me, I am destroyed, for my lips are contaminated by sin, and I live among people whose lips are contaminated by sin. My eyes have seen the King, the Lord who commands armies. But then one of the seraphs flew toward me. In his hand was a hot coal he had taken from the altar with tongs. He touched my mouth with it and said, Look, this coal has touched your lips. Your evil is removed, your sin is forgiven. I heard the voice of the sovereign master saying, "Whom will I send? Who will go on our behalf?" I answered, "Here I am, send me." He said, "Go and tell these people, listen continually but don't understand. Look continually but don't perceive. Make the hearts of these people calloused, make their ears deaf and their eyes blind. Otherwise they might see with their eyes and hear with their ears, their hearts might understand and they might repent and be healed." I asked, "How long, sovereign master?" He said, "Until cities are devastated and have no inhabitants, houses are without people, and the land is ruined and desolate. The Lord will send the people far away, and the land will be completely abandoned. Even if only 1/10 of the people remain in the land, it will again be destroyed. But like a terebinth or oak that has been felled, whose stump remains, so the holy seed is the stump of Israel." Isaiah chapter 7, verses 1-25. During the reign of Ahaz son of Jotham, son of Uzziah, king of Judah, King Rezin of Syria and King Pekah son of Remaliah of Israel marched up to Jerusalem to besiege it, but they were unable to prevail against it. When the report reached the royal palace of Syria that Israel was allied with Ephraim, the king of Syria and the king of Israel's hearts trembled with fear. The land shook, as if in the wind. The Lord said to Isaiah, "Go out and meet Ahaz, you and your son Shear-Jashub, at the end of the conduit of the upper pool which is on the road to the field of the laundry mat. Tell him, make sure you remain calm, don't be afraid. Don't lose heart because of these 2 smoldering stubs of firewood, or because the fierce anger of Rezin, Syria, and the son of Remaliah threatens to destroy you. Syria has plotted with Ephraim and the son of Remaliah to bring about your demise. They say, 'Let's invade Judah, tear it apart, divide it among ourselves, and install the son of Tabiel as king over it.' But this is what the sovereign Lord says. It will not happen, it will not take place. For the head of Syria is Damascus, and the head of Damascus is Rezin. Within 65 years Ephraim will no longer be a people. The head of Ephraim is Samaria, and the head of Samaria is the son of Remaliah. If your faith does not remain firm, then you will not remain firm." The Lord spoke again to Ahaz. "Ask for a sign from the Lord your God, make it as deep as Sheol or as high as the sky." But Ahaz said, "I will not ask. I will not test the Lord." So he replied, "Pay attention, family of David. Do you consider it too trivial to try the patience of men? Will you try the patience of my God as well? For this reason the sovereign master himself will give you a confirming sign. Look, this young woman is about to conceive and will give birth to a son. You, young woman, will name him Emmanuel. He will eat sour milk and honey, which will help him know how to reject evil and choose what is right. For before the boy knows how to reject evil and choose what is right, the land whose 2 kings you dread will be desolate. The Lord will bring on you and your people and your ancestral house a time unlike any since Ephraim separated from Judah. He will bring the king of Assyria upon you. At that time the Lord will whistle for flies from the distant streams of Egypt, and for bees from the land of Assyria. All of them will come and settle in the steep ravines and in the clefts of the rocks, in all the thorn bushes and in all the watering holes. At that time the sovereign master will use a razor hired from the banks of the Euphrates River, the king of Assyria, to shave the head and the pubic hair. He will also shave the beard. At that time a man will keep alive a young cow and a pair of goats, and because of the abundance of the milk they produce, he will have curds to eat. Everyone who is left in the land will eat curds and honey. At that time every place where there used to be 1,000 vines, worth 1,000 silver shekels, will be overrun with thorns and briars. With bow and arrows men will hunt there, for the whole land will be nothing but thorns and briars. They will not go into the land overrun by thorns and briars, but it will be used for oxen to graze on and for sheep to trample. Isaiah chapter 8, verses 1-22. The Lord said to me, "Take a large tablet and inscribe these words on it with an ordinary stylus. Maher-shalal-hash-baz." So I got Uriah the priest and Zechariah son of Jeberechiah as reliable witnesses. Then I had sexual relations with the prophetess. She conceived and gave birth to a son. The Lord told me, "Name him Maher-shalal-hash-baz, for before the boy knows how to call out father or mother." The wealth of Damascus and the spoils of Samaria will be carried off by the king of Assyria. The Lord spoke to me again, "Because these people have rejected the slowly flowing waters of Shiloh and melt in fear over Rezin and the son of Remaliah. So look, the sovereign master is bringing up against them the mighty floodwaters of the Euphrates, the king of Assyria and all his glory. It will rise up over all its channels and overflow all its banks. It will sweep on into Judah, it will overflow and pass through. It will reach even up to the neck. Its outspread wings will cover the width of your land, O Emmanuel. Be broken, O nations, and be shattered. Listen, all you distant lands of the earth. Get ready, but be shattered. Get ready, but be shattered. Devise your strategy, but it will be thwarted. Issue your orders, but they will not be executed, for God is with us. For the Lord spoke to me with sovereign power and instructed me not to walk in the way of this people, saying, Do not say conspiracy every time these people say the word. Do not fear what they fear, do not be terrified. You must recognize the authority of the Lord who commands armies. He is the one you must respect, he is the one you must fear. He will become a sanctuary, but a stone that makes people stumble, and a rock that makes them fall. Both houses of Israel will be trapped by it, they will become ensnared and captured. Many will stumble over these, they will fall and be broken. They will be trapped and snared. Bind up the testimony, seal the teaching among my disciples. I will wait for the Lord, who is hiding his face from the family of Jacob. I will put my trust in him. Here I am, along with the children the Lord has given me. We are signs and symbols in Israel from the Lord who commands armies, who lives on Mount Zion. They will say to you, Seek oracles at the pits used to conjure up underworld spirits, from the magicians who chirp and mutter incantations. Should people not seek oracles from their gods by asking the dead about the future? You must respond by saying to the people, to the law and to the testimony. If they do not speak according to this word, they will have no light of dawn. They will pass through the land hard-pressed and hungry. When they are hungry, they will be agitated. And when they are filled, they will become arrogant and will turn away from the Lord their God. Then they will look toward the earth and see trouble, darkness, and painful gloom. They will be driven into thick darkness.